So how and why did we come up with Capri Temporary Housing? Well, Capri Temporary Housing actually started as a real estate investment business that my husband and I started. We have a large family, 7 children. Yes, 7 children. And we wanted to be able to provide for them as they were going into college. And we also wanted to have a secure retirement. So we started investing in real estate and we picked up a quadruplex. Somebody came to us and they asked us to furnish one of the apartments. Now, you have to understand, I didn't know a whole lot about business. I didn't know a whole lot about marketing. Most people will tell you have to do all this market research before you get started. And that's really good advice. In this case, I didn't know to do that. And I just decided to try the waters just to set up an apartment. So we did. We bought furniture. We've got the apartment so that it had all the electricity. We had the internet, pots, pans, dinnerware. The beds were fully made. All somebody had to do was walk in, put their suitcase on the bed, and feel at home. It didn't go quite that way initially. And to be honest, the business almost failed because I didn't know anything about marketing. And there was a point where I thought, this isn't working, but I'm going to give it one more try. And I prayed. Yeah, I prayed. I said, God, if this business is not supposed to be, I'll just go back to the traditional way of doing rentals. Well, lo and behold, shortly after that, within a day, I got a phone call from somebody who needed a fully furnished apartment where they could cook their own food. Turned out this person was part of an organization that brought people to our local area who needed just that kind of accommodation. And so we got in touch with the individual who handled the housing, and lo and behold, our business had a new life. Now, why Capri? Well, I have to tell you, if you haven't been able to tell from my hands, I'm Italian. And my mother was a beautiful Italian woman who never knew a stranger. When we adopted the subletting model for corporate housing, the guy who was helping me said, we need to really change the name of your business. Because when we started, it was Sinisa 7 Enterprises LLC. Now say that one real fast 7 times and not get your tongue all tied, right? So I started to think about my mother, the woman who always opened her home and was always ready to share a cup of coffee or to pull something out of the cupboard so that she could make people feel at home. And I got my inspiration from my mom, who grew up in a town called Sorrento, not far from the island of Capri. And I thought about Capri and what a beautiful place it was. And I thought, I like that my mom never knew a stranger. My mom always went out of her way to make people feel at home. And so it just seemed right to name a company that works with travelers to carry on the legacy of my mother, to be one who's always welcoming strangers.